Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Karen, the Women's Midlife Specialist, and we've got another lab to review today. This is a 59-year-old lady who is past menopause. She's not on any current hormone therapy. Where the therapy shows. She did everything. She did a 4-point cortisol, she did her sex hormones, she did vitamin D, and she even did her thyroid. So we have a lot to look at here. Now, when we look at her sex hormones, she has a low estrogen and a low normal progesterone. But I want you to remember that these reference ranges are based on her age postmenopausally without any hormone therapy. So if she were supporting herself with bioidentical hormones or hormone replacement therapy, the reference ranges would be different. For instance, instead of zero point 0.5 to 1.7, it would be 0.8 to 12 if she were supplementing with hormone replacement, meaning we're looking at optimizing the hormones to a younger, more vibrant, youthful level. So, therefore, if you're looking at the hormone reference ranges for someone who supplements, it's going to be higher. But she's so low at less than zero point 0.5 that basically it was undetectable. So they just have her at less than zero point 0.5 or undetectable. Her progesterone was low normal for her age without supplementation, but it's an NA, not applicable progesterone to estrogen ratio because zero into to any number is going to be not applicable. You can't put zero into any number. So basically, this is less than 0.5. It was just a trace amount of estradiol that they found. Now, her testosterone is 30, and that is sort of middle of the range for her age, and the DHEA, unfortunately, is low. So she's pretty depleted, as you can see, with her sex hormones. Cortisol, when we look at the 4-point cortisol, she's got an elevated morning cortisol, and then she kind of putzes out later on in the day. So if we look at the graphs, I think it's a lot easier to actually see things that are going on. So anything is normal in this blue range, and she's below normal even without any replacement therapy. Even for someone her age without replacement, she's even below that. So she's pretty depleted. Progesterone, low normal. Testosterone, middle of the road, and DHEA low, below her even age range. Her cortisol in the morning is elevated, which is right up here. Then she kind of goes a little bit below average, and then she really just is hanging there on that yellow line, almost below normal for afternoon and evening cortisol. So she's got quite a bit of things going on here. Now, let's go down and look at her symptoms. And I think this is going to give you even better picture that what we have is just everything. She's just depleted. And I think that's one of the reasons why she probably did everything: thyroid, 4-point cortisol, sex hormones, vitamin D, trying to figure out what is going on with me. So I don't know DE at all. So, but I'm looking at this and I can see what that this is, a pretty depleted person. So basically, all areas are of concern. Her biggest one is metabolic syndrome. You can look at it that way, and low androgens. But she also has low and high cortisol symptoms. She's got low thyroid symptoms. She's got low estrogen progesterone symptoms. I mean, she's really just got it all. And these are all, you can see all these are ranked as severe. Now, when you look at her stress, this is something that I like to look at because it helps me understand where she's at in her adrenal function. She does rate her stress as severe. Okay, so now let's her vitamin D level. I'll just do a quick look at that. 31, normal between 20 and 80. I like the vitamin D3 to be sitting at about 60. So if you're less than 60, you need more vitamin D3. Okay, next, let's continue with this assessment. Okay, so she does have a BMI of 36. So we know that anything over 29 is considered obese. So unfortunately, DE is also dealing with um, h- uh, a lot of problems with weight and a waist of 41. So this is where a lot of that metabolic syndrome issue is going on. A lot of this could, some of this, or at least some of this could be related to hormones. And it's certainly going to be more than that, I think. And I really hope that DE has been following along with the other labs that I've been doing, because almost everything that I've done, anything on metabolic syndrome, anything with thyroid, anything with adrenals, pertain to DE. So I hope that she has had a chance to see those as well, because I suspect she's really confused and worried, and that's why she did all of these tests: 4-point cortisol, her sex hormones, her thyroid function, her vitamin D. She knows a lot is going on and she just needs some help. So let's see how we can help DE right now. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to improve her sex hormones. They are depleted. So let me just look at one thing here. Breast cancer, no, none there. Okay, so really, we need to go straight to hormone heaven. We're going to start with 2 pumps twice daily, but I have a feeling that DE is going to need to pop up to 3 pumps twice daily. Give it about a month and then pop it up to 3 pumps twice daily. This is going to solve DE's estrogen and progesterone issues, and it's going to keep the progesterone to estrogen ratio perfect. Now, the DHEA is low, and we've got to get that better. So, that is so important for energy, and it's so important for all those low androgen symptoms, important for adrenal function as well. So let's get that DHEA on board: 5 milligrams for a month and increase that to 10 after a month. Now we know we've got a lot of adrenal things going on, but because in terms of symptoms there's been complaints right here in this triangle: nervous, irritable, anxious, stress is high, we only want to use Adrena Vive right now. So we want those herbal adaptogens for her adrenal glands, and we want all the nutrient support that we can get: those omega-3s, the anti-inflammatories for the thyroid and for the general obesity that she has to deal with right now. We need this comprehensive nutrient packs as well. Okay, let's look at thyroid. This is going to take care of sex hormones, DHEA, adrenal issues, and we're going to have to talk a little bit about nutrients in just a minute, but this is the supplemental nutrients. Now, what about this thyroid? The first thing I want to say is that I think, let me pop over here, we need to look at this. Okay, we've got a BMI that's elevated at 36. We've got symptoms coming out the wazoo of everything. We've got a TSH of 2.7, which is actually at the higher end of normal. And I'm going to show you optimal ranges in just a minute, but 2.7 is not optimal. The lower the TSH, actually, the better. And these free T4 and free T3, they're on the low end of normal. This is your free thyroid hormone. We want those on the higher end of normal. And fortunately, she does not have thyroid antibodies 13, so we could throw that out the window. This is not Hashimoto's at this time. However, we've got low thyroid, free thyroid hormone. We've got a higher TSH, meaning the brain is asking the thyroid gland to put out more thyroid hormone. And so let's look at DE's some general ideas. What we really want specifically for low thyroid symptoms, this is not for high thyroid symptoms, for low thyroid, which is what DE has. And so she did test it. This is always my first recommendation, is to test your TSH, free T4, free T3, reverse T3 and TPO. The reverse T3 has to be in venous blood. If you can't get that, then we do the ZRT, and we don't have a reverse T3 in our ZRT blood spot. In any event, what we want to look for is that free T4 and free T3 in the mid to higher range of normal reference ranges, and she's in the lower range. That means she has less thyroid hormone working for her. And we want to look for a low, no higher than mid range of reverse T3. We don't have a reverse T3 on DE. But then we want to look for optimal TSH levels that are between 0.5 and 1.3. She's 2.7. The lower the better. This is thyroid stimulating hormone. This is what comes from the brain. And the brain senses how much hormones are actually in the tissues, and it says, I want more, I want more, I want more. And if it wants more, it's going to increase this TSH level. So her TSH is 2.7. We want it between 0.5 and 1.3. So what I would recommend is those adrenal glands, getting those hormones better balanced, getting some of that estrogen and progesterone back in your body, getting the adrenal glands better, getting that DHEA better, and then in 2 to 4 weeks, I think I'd push it to about 4 weeks. And about a month from now, start Thyrotain, 2 capsules each morning for 2 to 4 weeks, and then increase to 2 capsules twice daily. But what we want to do is we don't want to do that until you have been supporting your adrenal function for a month. So here I said would recommend supporting your thyroid in about 1 to 2 months, no sooner than a month. I would then go to Thyrotain. Remember, if we start trying to get the thyroid gland to start producing more thyroid and we give it that opportunity to make more thyroid or convert more T4 to T3, and you're not ready for that because the adrenal glands are still very fatigued, then you're going to actually potentially be more tired and more stressed. So what we're going to do is first get those sex hormones balanced and better, more youthful levels, get that adrenal function better, get the DHEA up, and then start the Thyrotain. Now, it wouldn't be complete, this wouldn't be totally complete if I didn't talk also about a low glycemic carbohydrate, healthy fat, and adequate protein nutrition for you as well. Remember, I hope you've seen some of the other videos. It's the same here. Eliminate your breads, pastas, and processed foods, and massively increase those delicious, yummy vegetables using mostly balsamic vinegar, a little bit of healthy oil. And we're talking olive oil, avocado oil, hazelnut oil, macadamia nut oil, um, uh, um, and those are the oils that you want to focus on, high in monosaturated and monounsaturated fats. And a half to one avocado per day. Don't be afraid of those. They're wonderful for you. And the fruits, we want to low sugar diet here. So with the fruits, we only want to use berries. Berries are our lowest sugar fruit, along with lemons and limes. But berries, all the berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, boysenberries, all those are good for you. And then if you really want another fruit outside of berries, lemons, and limes, make it an apple. Don't eat bananas. Don't eat pineapple. Don't eat cantaloupe. Don't eat watermelon. All those too high of sugar. You don't want that right now. We want only berries, lemons, limes. If you need something else, grab an apple. It's got good pectin. It's great. Helps build up the good, healthy bacteria in your gut. And so an apple, 1/2 to 1 apple per day is fine. Okay, so no dried fruit, too high in sugar, and no diet foods. Those are bad, bad, bad for the probiotics in your gut. We need a healthy gut to get rid of bad this fat that you're holding on to. Need a healthy gut. And try to stay low in with dairy. Use minimal dairy, because remember, lactose is a type of sugar and there's a lot of lactose in dairy. If you've got to have a dessert, if other people are eating dessert and you're just got to have a piece of dessert, go with either a dark chocolate, 85% or higher cocoa. So it's not going to be high in sugar, and only eat a quarter of a bar at a time. This is my other trick, Arctic Zero. You've heard me talk about it a lot. This is a great frozen treat. So this would be the perfect dessert if other people are teasing you. All right. So I hope this was helpful for you, DE, and for many of you out there. And thanks so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel because you may find a lot more videos there that you didn't know I had. Plus, on top of that, um, uh, you'll get notification when a new video goes up. I may have videos scheduled to go on Facebook days or even a week in advance, but if they're on YouTube and you're my YouTube subscriber, you'll get notification. You'll have access to those videos long before they're up on Facebook. So give me thumbs up. Tell me you like what I'm doing here, and actually type it out. Nobody's doing that, and it's making me sad. And I'm working so hard for you trying to get these videos done. So come on, let me know that they're good. Nobody's commenting. That's not good. All right, guys. So I will talk to you soon, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.